Welcome everyone, and let's just try this, and I hope I will get this take done with one attempt, which didn't happen in the German one, because there, the first time I actually kind of broke my lav mic that you can maybe see here. It didn't really hold up to anything. It looked like I bent something. I got it again. Second time, it didn't record because I didn't use the telelight and didn't know it didn't record. Third time, I noticed that the autofocus was very off. But I mean, I'm recording this, for example, with the Fuji X-T3. I mean, it's not super bright in the room, but it should do fine. And what I've seen, at least from some test samples, the 18 to 55 seems to be actually working pretty well for vlogging. I mean, it's shaking a little bit because the Fuji doesn't have in-body stabilization, but the camera, the lens has. But from the distance, it seems actually fine. Sound should be quite good. But I'm actually going to put this down, talk a little bit about some things, and I will also show you later on the room. But otherwise, I would actually like to welcome you to the pretty much worst vlog of CES 2019 that you will see, because I'm a total noob at this. And it actually won't be a proper vlog, because since I have to do this in 2 languages, and I don't really like to use B-roll anyways, I'm just gonna try to do something that usually people don't do. Because what you usually see when people are doing a vlog, you only see the nice positive things and so on. I'm just trying to give you the whole perspective and just show you everything, which actually already start with day -1, which wasn't all that good for me, because you maybe know that I was a little bit sick for the last 2 weeks now, and one day before the flight I couldn't really sleep. I had a brutal headache, ran out of painkillers, had to go to the flight and so on. And let me just tell you, it was not easy. But before I'm actually going a little bit more into this, a huge shout out to Dell, because they are sponsoring the flight and the hotel here, and I actually quickly just just checked things. That would cost me like half a year of YouTube revenue, so without them it definitely wouldn't have been possible. So huge shout out to that. And otherwise, let's already start with day -1. So like I said, I couldn't really sleep well, so I woke up then quite early. Actually, I can't really say when, because I didn't really properly sleep. So at around 10 a.m. then I started to go, heading to the airport. I had to make a quick little shortcut, or a little bit of a off trip, to Saturn, which is kind of like Best Buy, to get an SD card, because it was on sale, actually pretty good deal. So I got that. Then I was at the airport. My first flight was at 2:30 p.m. to Amsterdam. All went fine. And then at 4:50 p.m. we should have actually started heading to Las Vegas. And yeah, what happened at 4:50 is that the pilot said, we're going to fly off now. And I took my earbuds, waited, and well, it didn't fly it didn't depart for about 1 extra hour. Pretty much exactly 1 hour. And I don't actually know why, because I didn't get the second announcement anymore. And then things started to get ugly, because I had a headache already since last evening. I took the last painkiller that I found, thought that would be good enough, so I can at least get here and then maybe buy something here, because I ran out of them at home. Let me tell you, about 12 hours on the flight, I was pretty much dead. I was a zombie. I mean, I think I had the worst headache for the longest period of time ever, because for about 12 hours straight, I had a monstrous headache. And I don't even want to know what the guy next to me thought, because I was hanging there like a zombie for the whole hour, and I was like kind of on standby the whole time. Believe me, it wasn't pretty. But see, this is what you usually don't get in terms of information, because I actually want to maybe also give you a chance, if this is your first IFA, to kind of through me see things from a newbie perspective. Because what I've seen so many pros who were on 5, 6, 7 CESs already, when they show everything, they don't really show the beginnings, because I'm trying to actually give you that perspective, because for me this is something completely new. And for example, I arrived then at around 9:30 in Las Vegas p.m. Took me like an hour extra until I was at the Venetian, which, by the way, thanks again for the help. This is a way nicer hotel than I ever was when I was somewhere. And well, until I unpacked some stuff, made some preparations for the day today, which I will also go a little bit into, then it was already pretty much midnight. I went to sleep, because I had I have my first appointment today at 9:30, which is in about 2 hours from now. And I woke up at 4 with a monstrous headache, and I thought, yeah, let's just take a long, nice bath. Then I went to Walgreens, bought myself some painkillers, also something to drink and so on. And I'm starting to feel better. I mean, I think I will be kind of on reserve for the whole 2 days here because I only have today and tomorrow. Then on Thursday I already have to go. But let's actually show you the room because it's pretty nice. Okay. Camera gets hot, by the way, I just noticed. So this is the entrance. Here's the bathroom. As you can see, pretty nice. So I was about an hour already in there today, hoping I would feel better, which actually turned out to work. Definitely quite okay. Because, yeah, I'm starting to feel better. Then we have the sleeping area here. I mean, I don't have a good time sleeping without pillows that aren't mine, which are like 20 years old and completely, yeah, I don't know how much of a disease there is inside, but the bed is pretty nice, and you can see here's also some extra storage, and here's the main room. I hope it's bright enough actually if I will make a video here, and what you will also obviously see, this is maybe the desk where I will edit the videos, or maybe here, we'll see, but that's pretty much it. And I'm not actually sure because my memory is terrible if I have already talked about me vlogging. Did I? I hope I did. I think I did. So the Fuji, if I will vlog, but I really can't remember. So like I said, my memory never was good, but it's definitely even worse now, especially since I did so many German takes and couldn't quite follow up. So what's the plan for today? Well, first appointment at 9:30 at Dell, their big announcement. Should take about an hour. Then I think there is something again, maybe we can see the stuff and so on. That's where I will take some videos maybe. And at around 1:30 p.m. I have my first interview ever actually with one of the CEOs from Dell. Or not CEOs, executives. I think I said CEOs in my German video. I meant executives. It's the vice president of consumer design. And I have a bunch of questions for him, but the thing is that I beforehand didn't know. They told me to choose between different areas, and I took the business side and the consumer side. And by now, actually, maybe it would have been smarter if I would have also taken the gamer side with Alienware. But I think it should be pretty fine because if he's consumer electronics, I can talk about the Dell XPS line and maybe Alienware and so on. I'm not quite sure, because this is actually something that interests me myself. I want to know how much intertwined those are, so business, consumer, and also the gaming section. If they kind of work together, if maybe one takes techniques of those and back and forth, or if they're completely separate, which I actually can't imagine, because that would be just a little bit too far off in my opinion. Other than that, what else is there to say? Then, actually, when this is over at around 2 p.m., I should be pretty much done with the stuff that I have to do at Dell, because they told me, I mean, there was a kind of event where they kind of greeted all the guys that they invited, but that was at 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And since I arrived at 10:30 p.m., I didn't get to visit that. But, I mean, I'm going to give them some coverage, but they didn't tell me I have to do too much. So, like I said, I will visit the announcement, I will have the interview, and I don't really know if there's anything else from then, because that would mean that I have like 1.5 days to see whatever, because this is the thing. I went here with absolutely no plans at all. Because if I make plans, usually I can't even hold them up. So what I'm going to try to do today is even find out where things are, because I haven't seen anything from CES just yet. So before I have my announcement at 9:30 or the press release where I am, I have to actually find out where anything is, because I haven't seen anything from CES yet. This is, for example, also one thing. When I arrived in Las Vegas, and maybe some of you know that I'm a huge fan of the USA and the sheer vastness of everything, and I've noticed that definitely already on the interstate. And I saw the Venetian from the side where I'm staying. By the way, thanks again, Dell, if I haven't said this already dozens of times. But it looked small. And beforehand, I actually Googled and it said it's like the second largest hotel in the US or something like that. Or maybe in the world. One of the biggest ones in the world even. And I thought, that doesn't look all that big. The same thing as I actually thought about the Niagara Falls. But once we got around the corner and I've seen the whole thing, I thought, oh, okay, this is what I've seen on pictures. This is huge. And especially, for example, I'm here at the guest suites part. You don't see anything electronic wise, so I have to find out where this is. Also, I should kind of pick up my media kit. I have actually no idea what that's supposed to be and where that's supposed to be. They told me something like south. I have no idea what south means. Kind of didn't really remember properly. But then the plan is just to see as much. And I mean, obviously, what I would have liked to do is tell you that you should tell me what you want to see. But at the point that I'm uploading this video, that I'm hopefully kind of be able to make with the iPad Pro, it will be already too late because this is day one officially already. But I'm doing the vlog of day one, day zero, and maybe afterwards day one. But there is so much to see, and like I said, I will try to kind of give you the perspective from my point of view, so you can see what it looks for a total noob. Because I think it will be overwhelming for me, and maybe I won't be able to show you things in video, but I will at least try to explain you this maybe in a little bit more of a extended version once I have more time, because I'm a little bit late because I have to get this video out still and so on and so forth. But otherwise, this was day zero, not officially, but good enough. So let's just stop this, and I wish you a good one, and I hope I will have to too.